you're live.
All right, we're live. Mike with Caveman. Just doing a quick session, going out shooting some rounds so we can demonstrate our flare. I don't know if anyone's watching yet. Joe, let me know if anyone comes up. But people can rewind and watch this, so I think we'll just jump right into it. So we wanted to do a demonstration of our new product, the Flare Mini. It is a very simple solution, so you don't burn yourself on your barrel. And so what I wanted to do today was do a quick demonstration with a couple of different guns here while we're out shooting. We wanted to set up a thermal camera. We have our SLR going, so we can get some footage, get some media for you guys so you can understand a bit better about this product. I realized that one of the biggest hurdles about this product, because it's so new to the segment, it's its own segment, that any type of customer training we could do would be perfect. So that's what we're going to do today. So to start off, we are currently sitting in beautiful Pawnee grasslands here in Colorado. It's maybe high 60s right now, so it's a little bit cooler of a day. And as you could probably tell through the microphone, that there's a good bit of wind. So I thought these were great conditions to demonstrate just how hot and how quickly a barrel can get hot. So we're going to pop this on each of these guns. Actually, I already got some on there. We're going to go through some rounds, one magazine each, and you can see exactly what it's like as this heats up and indicates to you that your barrel is too hot. So if you want to come around here, we've got a direct engagement M&P 15 Sport. This is my little AR. It's an amazing little gun. And generally, when you put the flare on your barrel, what you want to do is have it as close to the gas chamber as possible. In this case, I have it put a little bit farther out just so it's a little bit easier to see. But generally, this is where it's going to be the hottest, and so that's where you want to put it. So we're going to fire off some rounds now and see what happens live, so you can kind of get an idea of how this works and how it'll look on your gun, and let you know when your barrel starts to get a little hot. All right, we got safety off and we're going hot. Getting warm on my hand, and as you probably started to notice, it got orange where it directly made contact with the barrel, and as you go, that heat will transfer through the entirety of the ring. This ring is set to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason we did that was because that's a good middle temperature to indicate that, let's think of a better way to say this. If you go too hot, as soon as you touch the barrel, you can get a first-degree burn. At 131 degrees, you can grab the barrel and know that it's probably too hot to hold on to, but it's not going to burn you. And that's a really good temperature for that. And it's also a good temperature to indicate that it's safe enough to store in your bag or in your case or whatever that may be. If you go too low, say 112 degrees, and you're in a hot day, that ring may never turn back to brown. And so we felt like that was too low to properly indicate that your barrel is now cool enough to handle and cool enough to touch. When if it's at 112, it may be cool enough to handle, but you would never know because it's sitting in the hot sun. So in the wind, we'll start to see the very exterior of the ring cool down a little bit, but the core of the ring is going to stay orange, and it's going to keep indicating that this is indeed too hot to touch. We just ran this test, and this barrel got to about 176 degrees Fahrenheit after one magazine. And so it really does get hot very quick. So you definitely don't want to handle this ring yet. When it starts to completely turn back to that brown color, you can grab it, you can feel that it's hot, but it's not so hot that it's going to burn you. You have plenty of time to pull your hand away. Don't play chicken with it and see how long you can hold it. That's strongly advised against. It's just to let you know that your barrel is now safe enough to handle without any danger to you or to your equipment as you store it. So now that we're done with that guy, we're going to move on to another weapon. This is my brother's SIG. The reason we wanted to try this gun, because this is a piston-driven AR, And in this case, his barrel was a little bit too small for this specific diameter of flare mini. We are going to come out with a smaller diameter flare and a larger diameter one for shotguns and for silencers. So please stay tuned for that as we come out with more information on that. We wanted to do this because it's a little bit more hidden in the handrail. If you can see, we have it tucked right in there, right next to the gas block. And so we wanted to demonstrate that even if you have it kind of tucked away, that the orange still comes through and you're able to see it. And so it's just a quick glance to see if your barrel is cooled down enough. And just a quick note, the reason we went with orange for the color is almost 10% of the male population is colorblind. The most common type have a really hard time seeing red. Red comes across very dark to them. So the yellow and the orange, they see that very well. And so they're able to see the flare with that yellow pigment in it. The second most common type is just the opposite. They can see red really well, but yellows can be a little bit more difficult. So the red comes through and they're able to see it as well. So that's why we went with the orange, because it's going to be the easiest to see. So let's bring this over. We're going to pop off some more rounds on this gun. This is actually the first time we've tried it on this gun. My guess is it's going to heat up pretty well because it is a smaller profile barrel, so the heat should come through the barrel a lot easier. So I've never used my brother's weapon. We should be good to go. All right, going hot. Oh, this is so much nicer than my gun. It's crazy. All right, we're clear. So you can see it as the heat seeps through the flare. You can see it light up. You set that down on the table. In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't you back up for me, Joe? So we're gonna go ahead and sit this down back on the table just like you would if you were done shooting. And then at a quick glance, you can see, yeah, maybe don't touch the barrel right now because it's gonna be pretty hot. Even though this is protected pretty well with the handrail, you can feel the heat coming through, but you're not gonna make direct contact with the barrel. You're still gonna have some exposed barrel. Though the end is not quite as hot as next to the gas block, this is still a great indicator to say, hey, give it a little bit longer because it's not quite cooled down yet. Now I tried not to shoot too fast as I shot these, maybe a little bit quicker. Some people might shoot slower, depends on the scenario you want to do. But I just wanted to indicate that one single magazine, shooting not too crazy. People think that the only reason your barrel gets hot is if you really unload down range, but that's not the case. This heats up really, really hot, very quick, at least hot enough where you don't want to handle the barrel with your hands anymore. So that's the demonstration that we wanted to do today. Just want to let you guys know that this is live now. We are selling at cavemanllc.net. So we have that link through our Facebook page, or you can go directly to it. They are $15.99, so they're real cheap. Free shipping is included, so I recommend you check that out if you're interested in getting one. We can get these to you guys real quick. Brand new product, brand new segment. We are patent pending. We are the only ones doing anything like this, and I think 16 bucks is a small price to pay for more safety. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. If you want to come on back, this one has cooled down enough so we can see. If I grab it, yeah, it's warm, like sticking your hand in warm water. But I could keep my hand here indefinitely, and we won't have a problem. So I know that now this is safe. If someone grabs it or bumps into it even for a second, they're going to be fine. I can store this away, not have any issues with my equipment. And so yeah, we're just really happy with how this has come out, how well it's worked. These silicone rings are nice and stretchy. We recommend you take off the muzzle brake if possible, but if not, these can stretch pretty well over them. We do want to, again, make those larger diameter rings for the shotguns. I have personally fit this on a shotgun and it worked fantastic, but it was a little bit more stretched out than I would feel comfortable with for the longevity of the product. So again, look out for that, and that'll also be sized for silencers. You can come back to the SIG now. We can see it's starting to cool down a little bit, but it is still essentially orange hot. So we don't want to touch it just yet. We're going to give it a little bit longer. And the reason I like it, again, closer to the gas block, is because since this is the hottest point, the end may be okay to touch right now, but the safest bet is going to be putting at the hottest point. So once this is cool, then I definitely know that the end of the barrel is going to be cool enough to handle and to be able to store. So I think that's about it. Look forward to more media coming out. Really excited about the thermal setup that we have going on and some of the images that we're getting. The thermal is real fun to see how this barrel heats up, how hot it actually gets, and to be able to see these flare minis in action. So check us out, like and share this video if you liked what you saw. Throw a comment, let us know what you think. If you have any ideas, we are absolutely open. So many of our ideas to make this come to fruition have come from friends and families who just had simple suggestions, and it has formed what we have today. We've already had some great traction, we've made some great contacts, and we look forward to continuing being able to do that. So thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Again, once this video ends, I don't think the live comments show anymore. So if you have any questions, make sure you post on the video after the video is finished. And yeah, let us know what you think. This is Mike with Caveman from cavemanllc.net. And hopefully we'll see you in a future video. Thanks a lot, guys.